Yeah, can I take your order?
Oh, yes, I would like a chocolate malt and Joe's Blue Plate Special.
Would you like fries with that? 'Cause I'll give them to you. Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Joe's Blue Plate Special.
Hi, I'm David Corey, your bloated sack of a DJ, and this is Joe's Blue Plate Special, the best of unsigned and independent music. Brought to you by Vita Salmon Burgers with Omega-3. Fish food makes you smarter. Today we've got an interview with genre-jumping electronic music innovator and genuinely fascinating human being, Moby. Brought to you by Dr. Martin's Airwear. You may already be a winner for our last Joe's Blue Plate Special. Go see your favorite indie band contest. We'll announce the winner a little later, and the next contest is already up on our website, joesgrill.com. Before we get there, however, let our first band, Munley Didarhi, whisk you away to a postmodern podunk world. The enigmatic singer-guitarist Jason Munley has a history playing competitive hockey with a number of current NHL stars, but for now works at a children's day camp. This song is 7 warts on Pa's belly.
And we serve good food. Not fancy, but good.
I went from rhyming with a shampoo bottle in my hand to a mic in my hand. Now head's not on command. I get ill on the stage, watching the crowd get sucked in while I'll be conducting. Now there ain't nothing stopping me from kicking it at all of my shows. I exhale mad flows while you inhale Marlboros. But that's the way it goes when you be on tour from shore to shore. I'm sure I'll be the guy you adore. I'm not a player, I got no time to play. You got me working night and day like Michael J. Where's my pay? I get pissed when there's no guest list because I got a honey with no money, ain't no band around his wrist. Like gorillas in the mist, we come from where you don't expect. With a whip, produce a PV, go or direct, and you can bet your bottom dollar when the sun comes out tomorrow. You got limited perception, I keep you guessing. I keep them going, I keep you guessing. I keep them going, I keep them guessing. I keep them going, I keep them guessing. I keep them going, guess who's flowing?
Yeah, you had the shampoo, mine was the conditioner. Flashing your rap signals like I'm the commissioner. Let me take you back, I had an incredible thirst. I couldn't stop to quench till I heard ladies first. Now I'm the first lady, but no White House resident. I'm the biggest scandal to hit since the president. I'm in B, and like Lewinsky, I'm down, but my office ain't oval, my bed ain't round. When I have coffee, I don't take donations, I just get ovations. Like spots get Dalmatians, got 101 ideas over drums. Yo, forget your red X, corrects how I come. Like Ali Box, or Joan Rivers talks, or like Farrakhan rocks a violin in his socks. Yo, I'ma sock it to you like I'm backing up a reefer, getting hotter than the sun with the son of Luvisha.
I keep it going, I keep them guessing. I keep it going, I keep them guessing. I keep it going, I keep them guessing. I keep it going, guess who's
I'm
flowing?
the poster girl with no poster.
I'm the butter knife stuck in your toaster.
I'm skipping the brunch with the dim sum.
I'm 32 flavors and then some.
I get ill like Turbo with the push boom, like Lincoln and Elvis. They'll immortalize my bedroom, bronze my Adidas, my cat and my bike. Yo, you know who's the illest? Who got the mic?
Will that be me with the C? Rasta Y-O. You ask me
Oh.
read my bio. Hold it fly, oh, we get high, oh, off the hydro, on the D-low, we're like the three amigos minus one. I'm never done until my lyrics be the sweetest. On one stage, two heads for Adidas. We do this cause you need this, can't run or hide from it. If I be the storm, she be the calm.
Inside of it.
I keep them going, I keep them guessing. I keep them going, I keep them guessing. I keep them going, I keep them guessing. I keep them going.
Guess who's flowing?
Now you wanna be down with the feminist feelers, screaming no wire hangers like mommy dearest. You hear us, you fear us, you can't get near us. I spread emotion like lotion. Take my number 9 potion, Atlantic Ocean to Pacific. Let me be more specific. See, we be the freshest fruit picked from the tree, and if you're down with the worth, then you're down with me.
Said if you're down with the worth, then you're down with me. NLCDPB go, this is how we go. To keep it going, yo, to keep you guessing.
Keep 'em guessing from the Boston band Moreplay. This self-proclaimed girl guy dyke fag rap duo, hey, they said it, not me, kicks out plenty of rhymes about everything from their lowrider bikes to the munchies. Do you like the stuff you're hearing? If not, why are you listening? All of the tracks heard on this show are available for purchase through joesgrill.com or by calling 1-888-JOE'S-GRILL. You'll also find lots more great indie bands with awesome music. Brought to you by Dr. Martens. Let's check in with our lead artist Moby, who, like a 3-year-old with a crayon, has released albums containing everything from punk to hard rock, as well as electronic music that has defined and defied the norms of the genre. Moby, thanks again for coming on Joe's Blue Plate Special. I wanted to start off by asking you about fundamentalism. Do bands like Rage Against the Machine embody for you a kind of left-wing fundamentalism?
It makes me nervous whenever anyone tries to have a sort of strident and reductionist worldview. And like the guys in Rage Against the Machine, I like their music, and I admire the fact that they try to instill, a sort of political awareness into what they do. I find their politics to be very simplistic and old-fashioned. I mean, like Marxism, I don't know anyone that really takes Marxism seriously at the end of the 20th century. It was very much a post-Victorian 19th century political philosophy. The idea of like the dualistic dichotomous world that was being described by Marx and Engels doesn't exist anymore. The world is very complicated, and I find that a lot of times when people take refuge in old school philosophies like Marxism or even capitalism or communism or fascism, they're essentially just trying to simplify what in essence is a very complicated world. So with a band like Rage Against the Machine, I admire them to an extent for trying to be political, but I just find their politics to be witheringly simplistic, especially because the world is so complicated. And then I'll never accuse anyone of being hypocritical, but there is some irony in them, rallying against the capitalist system, and they're making tens of millions of dollars from Sony Records. More power to them. If they make great records, then terrific. And, I'm not going to accuse anyone of being a hypocrite. I just say that it is sort of ironic. And there's nothing wrong with having that sort of dichotomous life, like on one hand championing certain ideals, but also recognizing that a lot of times human beings are fallible and we don't live up to those ideals. Even in myself, like I have lots of ideals that I hold really dear, and oftentimes I don't live up to them, but I embrace that fallibility rather than try and present myself as a perfect person. Say, look, I'm flawed and everybody's flawed, and we just need to accept that about each other.
We'll be back with Moby in just a second. Right now, let's take a break and listen to a different style of his music. Trading in electronic music's typical 70s and 80s samples for some early 20th century blues recordings, this is a taste of Flying Foxes.
I just don't know. I just don't know. don't know. I just don't know.
Yes, and I'm a wanted man. I got rhymes to sing as smooth as like I'm haunted and possessed by the news of the hip and the hop. Pay my dues till I reach the top of the heap, and then the crown is mine to keep. I burn the midnight oil while I all asleep. I bring home the tales about skipping a beat. Keep the party going, get your back on your feet. Break! Well, in disbelief you stare and wonder. Circular time has gone asunder. You surrender to the baseline thunder, cause I'm grooving it. All without a blunder, no drugs, no drinking, but you're in a trance. No doubt, no thinking, and you start to dance, and you can't resist, so I resisted. You enlisted, it goes like this, say, I must be doing something right. Well, just keep it moving, cause I'm dancing in the light. I said, I must be doing something right, right, right. Well, out of the darkness, cause I'm dancing in the light. Cause you know you walk a mile for rhymes in style. Brought to you by the smile. I'm a man for all seasons. If you're chillin', I'm freezing. That's the reason I'm always singing about the moment. My mind constantly roaming. Such a digger like a missile, I'm home. And with a word I can dazzle with a minimum hassle from the top of my castle. So fast break.
Now you're picking up the broadcast and at long last capture the riff raff right to the chief of staff El Presidente, O Solamente.
Because the drums make you feel for the drums of the rhythm. Your hands are on the wheel, I'm tough and I'm driven like a Maserati or something like a ninja. Gotta wind your body wrapped up amongst Sinja. Everybody say now I must be doing something right. Well, just keep it moving, cause I'm dancing in the light. I said I must be doing something right, right, right. Well, out of the darkness, cause I'm dancing in the light. Boom! Faster than a runaway train, quicker than a speeding brother, burn hot like a flame, don't even try to cool it. Electric the rail, plucking the thunder like vultures, better tuck your tail and run back underground. Cause that's where you'll end up, Boom, if it's me you try to set up, cause I'm rock and rollin', rapping and I'm ripping it up like a rattlesnake or shaking and you can't get enough. Quick like the viper, shoot that rhymes with the saber to your microphone, checking it to your parties and all-nighter. If you think you're Superman, then I'm the kryptonite. If you think you're Lancelot, then I'm the Black Knight. Follow me. If you think you're Superman, then I'm the kryptonite. If you think you're Lancelot, then I'm the Black Knight. Say, I must be doing something right. Just keep it moving, cause I'm dancing in the light. Say, I must be doing something right, right, right. Well, out of the darkness.
That hippie music, Dancing in the Light, was from hippie band N-Train and was recorded in their hippie love den on Martha's Vineyard. The hippie record, Can You Get It, is put out by Dolphin Safe Records. Now that's hip. Is all of this great indie music making you hungry? Good thing that Joe's Blue Plate special of the day is the Vita Salmon Burger with the new health phenomenon Omega-3. Vita Salmon Burgers live in your grocer's freezer. If you can't find them, maybe your grocer will order them if asked nicely enough. Vita Salmon and indie music, swimming upstream together. Let's get back to Moby, who happens to be one of the most down-to-earth and non-judgmental people I've met, and frankly, a damn nice guy.
Just plop it on, straight from the tub.
As far as your anti-drug and anti-alcohol feelings,
I don't have anti-drug or anti-alcohol feelings.
but you don't take drugs or alcohol.
I drink. I don't take drugs, but I don't really have a problem with drugs.
Okay. I notice you're rather sensitive about people trying to capture your ideals.
I take issue when people, because I have all these cliches that follow me around.
Yeah, I was
You
going to
know,
ask if people had accused you of being a fundamentalist.
Well, yeah, and that's what's frustrating. It's like this notion that I'm some sort of like rigid, non-drinking, non-drug-taking, Christian, vegan, whatever. It's like all those things are half true,
Mhm.
you know. And some of them aren't true at all. You know, my worldview is a lot more flexible than I think most people might imagine. And the way I live is a lot less strident and a lot less rigid than people might imagine.
Mhm.
You know, I love occasionally going out and drinking and being stupid just like everybody else does.
Joe's Blue Plate Special exists to help unsigned bands do it on their own. Many young bands want to get signed. What do you think about that?
I think that it depends on what time you're talking about. I mean, there have been times when major labels were very viable. You know, like Warner Brothers in the late 80s, you know, they had Primal Scream and REM and the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Echo and the Bunnymen and on. You know, like, there have been times when major labels have been great. This is not one of those times. Major labels in the end of the 90s are awful, and I'm thrilled to not be on a major label. You know, major labels only know, at this point in the end of the 90s, they only know how to develop and sell lowest common denominator stuff. You know, like alternative rock bands that just are generic and sound like every other alternative rock band. And so if you're doing that kind of music, great, sign to a major label. But if you're not, stay away from major labels as much as you possibly can.
Right now, let's get a taste of Moby's music. Released under the alias DJ Lopez, this abbreviated big beat anthem carries the fitting name, Why Can't It Stop?
My other advice to unsigned bands or to any musician or any writer or any artist is to work as hard as you possibly can. Don't be satisfied with your work until everyone you know absolutely loves it. Don't be complacent. Don't watch TV. Don't play video games. And every minute you spend watching TV or playing video games, you could be perfecting your craft. Every minute you spend hanging out with your friends, you could be perfecting your craft. The people I know who are successful over a long period of time are people who work harder than other people. I've never known anyone who doesn't work hard who's been successful for a long period of time. I mean, sure, you can have these fly-by-night alternative rock bands that like show up, have a hit single, and 6 months later they disappear. But if they worked harder, they'd still be around. It might be a really bad analogy, but if you want to be a great athlete, you practice. And if you want to be a great musician, you practice. If you want to be a great writer, you practice.
Right.
You know, I mean, there has been good lazy art made in the history of art and music, but no one's had a long career based on being a lazy artist.
Right.
No one. You know, you have to work very, very hard, and you have to be very flexible and open-minded. So if you're working on something and everyone around you tells you that it sucks, there's a good chance that it sucks, and you should maybe change your approach. I mean, I advise people to stick to their guns. You know, if you're doing something and you 100% believe in it, then stick with it. But a lot of times your friends, you know, if they don't like what you're doing, there's a good chance no one's going to like what you're doing.
You've been listening to the Joe's Blue Plate special interview segment here. We've been dining with Moby. Moby, thanks a lot for coming on the show, and we really appreciated having you.
My pleasure.
For a limited time, participating retailers are giving away the new Dr. Martens band book with any purchase of Dr. Martens Airwear. The book documents Dr. Martens' intimate ties to the increasingly powerful youth culture. From punks to glam kids, skinheads to goths, Dr. Martens has been there for it all. Space Team Electro play their own unique brand of space pop music and have captured the hearts of lost boys everywhere, including Kiefer Sutherland, who claims this band to be his favorite. This song, Never Never Land, was recorded live at the North by Northwest Music Conference in Seattle.
Dropkick Murphys. This is
Matt.
Al.
Ken, and Rick's grandmother, and you're listening to the Blue Plate Special.
Well, I'm sick, sober and sorry. I'm broke, disgusted and sad. Well, I'm sick, sober and sorry. But look at the fun that I've had. Well, last night I was hailing a taxi, and I sure got me one without fail. Well, it was bright with a star, but it did not go far. It was only 2 blocks from the jail. Now I'm sick, sober and sorry. Well, I'm broke, disgusted and sad. Well, I'm sick, sober and sorry. But look at the fun that I've had. Well, I was headed on my way back to Memphis when I stopped by Sweet Old Texas on the way. Well, I drank myself blind right out of my mind. Now this morning I got nothing left to say. But I'm sick, sober and sorry. Well, I'm broke, disgusted and sad. Well, I'm sick, sober and sorry. But look at the fun that I've had. Well, last night I was hailing a taxi, and I sure got me one without fail. It was black with a star, but it did not go far. It was only 2 blocks from the jail. Well, it was only 2 blocks from the jail. It was only 2 blocks from the jail. I'm sick, sober, and I'm sorry. Well, I'm broke, disgusted, and I'm sad. Well, I'm sick, I'm sober, and I'm sorry. But I say, man, look at the fun that I've had.
That was Los Angeles band Custom Made Scare bitchin' and moaning away with Sick, Sober, and Sorry. Although that song right there leaned a little more toward the country side of things, their album, The Greatest Show on Dirt, pinches a little bit from the world of rockabilly and puts together a little punk for a rip-roaring good time. One more volume of Joe's Blue Plate Special served piping hot for you. If you want to own any of these delights, all the music you're hearing is available for purchase at joesgrill.com or by calling 1-888-JOE'S-GRILL. The winner is...
Hello?
Hi, Miley.
Hi.
Hi, this is Dave Corey. I just wanted to call and give you a little bit of information about the contest that you just won. You just won the big contest.
Yay!
Basically what we're going to do is fly you...
What? You're going to fly me?
Yes.
Oh my god!
You and your friend, whichever one you choose, whichever lucky friend you happen to choose, we're going to fly you out to Boulder. You're going to get to see whatever independent band you choose.
Alright, this is crazy. I have never won anything in my life.
Now you're the big winner.
I am the big winner.
Have you ever listened to the Joe's Blue Plate Special?
Yeah, woo!
Is it your favorite radio program?
It is so my favorite.
Alright!
If you would like to be our next winner and be flown in a big airjet to meet your favorite band, unless we run out of money, then it's road trip time. Votes for your favorite artist can be submitted online at joesgrill.com. If you think your music is better than anything we're playing, prove it. Submissions may be sent to Joe's Blue Plate Special, 4919 North Broadway, Suite 22, Boulder, Colorado 80304, or email us bps@joesgrill.com. We owe a big sloppy wet kiss to the recording studio Colorado Sound, who helped us get Joe's BPS out of the kitchen and into a radio station near you. They also offer high-quality audio mastering on Sonic Solutions and can be reached at 303-430-8811 or at coloradosound.com. Thanks to your local radio station for supporting independent music, and thanks to you for tuning in. And remember, let's all be independent together.